Hi, I'm Jody Hand, Mrs. Hand Painted, and welcome to my channel here on YouTube where I teach you how to paint in watercolors. I am doing a whole series of cards, Christmas and July watercolor cards, so if you want to paint along with me, I have a whole bunch of videos here in this series, and this one is to paint these metallic stars. And really this one can be used for multiple occasions. You could do it as a New Year's card with the metallics like this, or if you want to change up the colors and go with more of a bright colored palette, this would make a really good birthday card as well, just depending on what color you painted these stars in. Using a new paint to me, it's a metallic set from Mozart that I bought on Amazon, and I'll share the link to those paints with you in the description, and have fun painting along with me. Okay guys, I have metallic watercolor set that I got. I bought these on Amazon, and I'll put a link in the description for the video for these for you. Let me adjust that a little bit. Sorry. All right, so these are Mozart. I'm not sure how you say it, Komarebi watercolor paint set. I got the classic metallic set. I think they have some other sets too. They kind of remind me of the Kiritaki colors, but they're a little less expensive, I guess. And it comes in silver, a couple different gold shades, some rose gold, kind of a copper. I've got my Strathmore watercolor cards. I have printed off myself a little star clip art for just a pattern to trace here. So I'm just gonna cut that out really quickly while we're talking here. And if you just do a Google for star clip art, you can find an image to print off really quick and use as a template, or trace it off of your computer screen or your phone. And then cut yourself out a little templates for stars. Or if you don't want to do stars and you want to do a different shape, maybe you just want to do circles and you have something circular shape that you can trace around. I'm just going to do different metallic stars all over this, so just kind of do a little bit different from the red and green, or breaking away from that. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and trace these stars all over this, and I'll speed up the video while I do that, so you can just pause it while you do your tracing and kind of just randomly put them all over. I'm just going to kind of start in the middle and work my way out, and then I'll have some kind of coming halfway off of the edge so they're not complete stars. Okay, just kind of lightly trace that with my water-soluble pencil. I'm actually going to lift up some of this here just to make sure it's not too dark. I just need those as a guideline. Okay, so you can just randomly put those. I have a few that I overlapped, and otherwise I think I'm just going to go ahead and start on these. I'm not going to use a palette for this necessarily. I'm just going to kind of go straight out of this. It's more like a gouache in my opinion because it's not completely transparent. But I'll just go ahead and I'm just going to go straight out of this. I do notice you do need to add quite a bit of water sometimes to these. So you may want to just drip some clean water on each of these just to get them started if you have trouble, or whatever metallic watercolors you might have. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and start with some of my full stars here. I'm going to outline this one in this kind of rose gold color. I'm just going to go back and forth between all these metallics and just make fun metallic stars. This would also make a really good New Year's card, now that I think about it. Alright, I'm just going to let that outline dry and then I'm going to fill that one in, I think. Alright, this one here, I'm just going to fill it. I'm going to give that a little wet to start, just to help me spread that color around. Go with this kind of yellowy gold in the middle. I'm going to do this kind of similar. If you've watched some of my other videos, I like to do just some different patterns on things, like on the Easter eggs or the Father's Day neckties. And we can do a bunch of different variations on little patterns, but this time using metallics. So we can make some polka dots and stripes across some of these stars if you wanted to. You could do some as outlines, some as solid. We could do some stripes across some. I guess that to get pretty sheer actually. And when I finish this off, I'll probably do a little paint splatter across the whole thing too. I think will be a nice little touch. Let's go with some silver. Nice way to sample all the colors too if they're new to you, like they are to me. These are pretty fresh. I've only used them a couple of times so far for very small things. Alright, I'm going to avoid these two just for the moment because I have an overlap here. Let's see, let's do something fun with this one. Let's do some stripes. Alright, I'm going to try out this coppery color now. Working quite a bit of water into that actually. Okay, we'll go ahead and I'll just color this one in solid. do this one here as well. Alright, that one's pretty dry. I think I'm going to go back. Oh, wait, I did that other yellow. I'm going to do this darker gold and do maybe some polka dots on that one. With that same color here, this really dark gold, go ahead and fill in another one over here. Do some kind of like random stripes here. Make it look like it's like tied up with string or something. Alright, let's go ahead and try this lightest gold. If you don't want to do all of these different colors, just pick whatever colors you like. Ooh, I am not a fan of this yellow with this, but we'll go ahead. It's very yellowy. I may go back over that one with a different color. I'm not a big fan of that one. That one in, get some clean water and go over that, and then I'm going to put my rose gold, just dip it in so I can get kind of like a marbly look maybe. We'll see how that turns out. Okay. I'm going to just do another solid one up here with this rose gold. I need to balance this out with some more silver. Do a solid silver one over here. And this is coming off the edge of the paper here, so I'm just going to go by where the fold line is and just go over that as my edge. I'm going to go back to this third one over. I'm going to outline this one. I'm going to kind of do that same kind of string look that I did over here with this one. Do this copper right here. Let's do the copper. All right, after you finish painting in all of your stars with whatever color, we just have this one last one here. I am going to add a little bit of like a splatter background on this. So I'm just going to go back and forth using those same colors I did my stars in and just tap my brush across the top of my paper. If you don't want it to go all over the back side of your card, you can just lay a paper towel across that or another sheet of scrap paper, something that will catch all the extra paint splatters so you don't get them on the back side of your card. So you can just here, I'm just going back over this. I didn't really like that really yellow gold, that second from the left. So I'm just going over that with that bronze color just to give that a different color. I said earlier I was probably gonna paint over that one, so just gonna go over that one 'cause I didn't really like that yellow. It didn't seem to go with the other ones quite as well, the one from what was in this set, so I'm not sure. So I'm just going to go ahead and take the splatters, just tap in my brush. And when you're doing paint splatters, remember the more water on your brush, the bigger the paint splatter dots will be. So if you haven't done this very many times and you're not really sure what brush you have, because like even if you use a bigger brush that holds more water, you're going to get bigger splatters. And see, I didn't really care if I splattered all over the back of the card because I mean, I'm probably not going to be sending too many of these out. So I just did a few colors here and then I can go ahead and dry the whole card and it'll be ready to fold up. I want to thank you guys for watching my video here. If you made one of these star cards in any kind of color scheme, I would really love for you to share it with me. You can tag me on Instagram with your post. My name on there is Mrs. Hand Painted. You'll see that on the end screen there. I have it typed for you. And make sure you subscribe to my channel. This is one of the last ones in my series of watercolor Christmas cards. If you've been watching them as I've been releasing them, I may come up with one or two more here before the end of the month, but it is now almost the end. I've got 1 week left of July that I could come up with some more Christmas ideas, but honestly, I've made so many of these now that I'm running out of some cool original ideas, so I'll have to look up some more if I'm going to make some more cards. Thanks for joining me and make sure you subscribe and have a great day. And thanks for painting along with me.